$5 Games presents Far Cry. This is my first Far Cry experience. I believe the other Far Cry games are open world, but this one isn't really. It just has multiple paths that you can take on some of the missions. The story begins with a woman leaving a boat in a ski jet. Subsequently, a rocket launcher gets shot into the boat and blows it up. The protagonist swims away and heads into a jungle, only to discover a bunch of mercenaries shooting at both him and at monsters. After escaping them, he comes across a walkie-talkie, which a man uses to call out to him, claiming to help you rescue the girl and get off the island. He'll definitely not betray you later. Gameplay-wise, it's a first-person shooter with sneaking elements. There's a sneakometer that shows how well someone sees you, and by slowly crouching up behind them, you can very stealthily shoot them with a very loud gun so that everyone within a mile radius knows where you're at. All of your weapons are guns. There is no sneak killing in this game. Also, being a first-person shooter, you can't see behind walls. However, the game does allow you to ping enemies so that they pop up on your radar. This is done by simply looking at them through binoculars from far away. Unfortunately, as you may have noticed, this still doesn't solve the problem for enemies behind walls. So the sneaking part of the game felt too rough to be enjoyable. Annoyingly, enemies can both see and shoot you through some walls, while on the other hand, a stray leaf can block your bullets. So what I found to be the most effective strategy is to actually, 1, shoot the enemy faster than they shoot you, and 2, hide and cover so that you only fight one enemy at a time. There are a few things I like about the game though. Reloading a checkpoint after a death is very fast. Enemies have a stun animation when they're taking damage, and although the stealth and espionage mechanics weren't executed that well, I like the idea behind them a lot. But overall, I wasn't having fun. Every time I found something cool, there ended up being something that just made me go, ah. Some examples are driving a Jeep, which makes you sitting duck to enemy fire if you're on a path, and nauseatingly blind if you're off-road. Epically swimming to a hole on the side of the ship, only to be taken out by these guys. And there's not a lot of counterplay besides diving before you're seen. Having an explosive showdown with a helicopter, except you get stuck on this ladder, and once you get up there, it's hardly any cover before you're shot and killed. The only time there wasn't an issue was shooting a boat with a rocket launcher. That was fun. Anyways, that's a wrap for this game. Subscribe. I do 5 games each week until I get to 100 videos. Consider picking this game up instead of a red Hawaiian shirt.